Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your monthly forecast for this month of February. Happy Valentine's Day to those who celebrate. I know the big talk is that Venus moving into that stellium, but more importantly, that Mercury retrograde. Everyone's like, oh. But honestly, do your best to send yourself. We're in Mercury retrograde at least 4 to 5 times a year. So then you have pre-retrograde and then post-retrograde. It's all there all the time. But it's really to help us make a lot of revisions and prep us for things and to clear things coming back around, people, situations, lessons coming back around to really be cleared out, because you don't want to start moving forward and getting to where you want to be, and that one unresolved issue is what sabotages or trips up. So we kind of have to be a little grateful for these retrogrades, because they really do help us clear away things that might unexpectedly pop up when it's like least fortuitous. So do your best to center yourself, meditate, pray, whatever. Breath work is amazing. Just some tips there for you. Now, this is for Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising. So make sure you check all 3 of them, guys, not just your rising, not just your sun. And if you're not sure what's what, there's a free link down below. All right, Aquarius. Now, I do have this incredible 4-hour workshop called Master Manifesting, and I teach you several amazing, incredible techniques for hours to kind of move or begin these fresh starts. I know, especially after last year, we really are trying to focus more on creating a different kind of lifestyle that has really transformed all last year, who we are, where we want to go. And you don't have to do the workshop all at once. You can do it in pieces. So if you would like to learn some of those different techniques and approaches, that link is down below. Okay, Aquarius, let's take just a deep breath in. Let's just ground it out a little bit. And let's get started. That stellium is in the house of Aquarius this month, so you guys might be feeling a little extra. So let's just stay grounded and let's see what this month holds for you. For this month. Month. I'm just going to clarity card really quick. Whoa. All right, let's get started. Now we have the Empress, the King of Swords, the Page of Cups, the Decision card, the 9 of Swords. The clarity for this and the Decision card are the 4 of Cups, the Strength card, and the Hangman. A lot of major arcanas here. The Magician, the 3 of Wands, the Sun card, New Beginning, 6 of Cups, and 8 of Wands. There's a lot here, Aquarius, so let's get started. Now, first things first, when you have the Empress and the King of Swords, Aquarius, this is not a bad thing. You're trying to create a new life. You're trying to birth a new life, and especially perhaps in regards to your career, the decisions you're making, the status you want to hold. The King of Swords is a very professional card. It's a very business-like, very emotionally and mentally balanced, doing their best to have clear communication in order to meet your goals. And when you have the Empress card, you are putting in some financial investments, energetic, your vision. You're not waiting for something to fall into your lap, Aquarius, and then get started. No, you're trying to create it. And I love that energy because it's proactive, it's energetic, and you're doing it for your vision. You're not just taking what's given to you and making something out of it. Now you have the Page of Cups with the Decision card and the 9 of Swords. We're going to start there really quickly. Now, when it comes to your emotional world, Aquarius, your relationships, whether it's friends, platonic, romantic, someone who's kind of close to you, there's going to have to be some kind of discussions that have to be had. Don't get scared about this. We're in Mercury retrograde. This is something you're going to have to revisit something here and make some decisions in regards to your emotional world. When you have the 4 of Cups, Aquarius, there's a level of boredom, a level of discontent emotionally, and that's kind of sabotaging and causing some of this energy. And when you have the Strength card and the Hangman, this is about you making decisions out of self-respect and self-love, because perhaps you have a different perspective on who you are and what you want and where you're going and how you want to do it. And so it's good. This month is going to kind of push you a little bit in order for you to jump with this new understanding of yourself. And so you're going to have some of these conversations. They might be vulnerable, they might be uncomfortable, but as long as you're coming from a place of self-respect and self-love and really ultimately for the good of all, they kind of have to happen. So if you're dragging somebody along, if you're, doing something just to have something there, if you really want a healthy relationship, but you're kind of picking perhaps scenarios or people or friendships that really aren't reflective of who you are now. There might have to be decisions to let go of some friendships or just people in your life that just don't really resonate with where you're at anymore and what you're doing, because there is some that can kind of sabotage. Your energetic field is kind of like an amalgamation of a lot of the energies around you. So there might be some conversations here, and that could even be present career. Maybe you're just gonna have to decide for yourself, Aquarius, who this is. You have the Magician and the Three of Wands. Because the Nine of Swords, sorry, we skipped the Nine of Swords. Because if you don't, you're just gonna cycle in your head, Aquarius. If you don't have these conversations with these people, if you don't change shit up, pardon my French, you're just gonna be like mentally a little stressed. Shoulda, coulda, wouldas, what ifs, and that's not a place to be, especially for an air sign. You guys can literally just stare at a wall and be thinking for like 2 hours straight. Like in your head. And they don't want that because it's creating more stressful energy. Once you have these conversations, boom, the things that you've been trying to manifest, whether it's a new job or a new home or relationships, opportunities, they're going to be coming on in. You're making space. You're not just releasing what no longer serves you. You're making space and energetically rising to attract the things that resonate with what you're trying to do. You have the Sun card and the new beginnings after that. This is a brilliant month. Yeah, there might be a little emotional constipation that needs to be cleared out, but once you do, you make space for the new, the glorious. When you have the Sun card, it's a really inspiring time. When the Sun card comes in, yeah, it's been a little cloudy, but because you stayed focused and you got clear, now all the things that you've been trying to work on are coming to fruition. Things are coming in as a result. The emotions we attract from our heart space. So if we're emotionally, I'm just using the word constipated because this is what reminds me of, like, discontent, heavy, or just like bored. You want to move that energy out. The new beginning is a whole new life and all these new opportunities. We have the Six of Cups and Eight of Wands. Things are going to be moving fast after you have this conversation. I'm going to get clarity on the Six of Wands because to some degree, this can be a dream you've been having since you were a kid. Let me just get clarity. Six of Cups, King of Cups. I think some of the emotional issues here too that you're working through can be with family, could be with father figures, Aquarius, childhood, things that have stemmed from childhood as well. So some of these conversations you might be having to have with family, very close family, or very close friends that are like family, or it could be a romantic partner who's very, been there for a while and you have to have this conversation. But really you got to do this because that old energy, that old pain, old fear, the stuff that's kind of made you feel unworthy or not sure, insecure, or put up a wall, that has to be cleared up. Because when you put up walls, you might keep, you feel like you keep yourself safe, but you keep a lot of good opportunities out, Aquarius. So the universe is trying to clear this up. So for the beginning, you feel really motivated, but then this conversation, this emotional conversation comes to the fore. Don't run from it. Don't shy from it. Speak clearly, logically, intelligently, and self-lovingly and compassionately. I know that might be like, ooh, to some people, but I think when we get too egotistical or too emotional, people kind of shut off. And then when you have the King of Swords, it's about open and honest communication from a place of love, self-love, and just honestly wanting the best for everybody. And after you have that and you clear that emotional air and space, guys, all the things you've been working on are going to come to the fore. So I wish you the best of luck with this, guys. If you like a more, in-depth reading or healing session or soul reading session, my links are down below. Otherwise, guys, have a beautiful month, and I will see you for next month's readings, guys. Take care.